Welcome to my video today, everyone. I'm going to be giving you my honest review of a few of the best old money loafers on the market today. I'm really excited for this. I'm going to try them all on, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts and pick a few winners. Let's go. So this is the Geox loafer that I tried today, and for the price point, this was such a clean look, and I thought that it really hit above its price level. One thing to take note of is that the leather is quite stiff, so this will break in over time, but not as high quality as some of the other options. The color is also really nice. It's a really nice like taupe color. The Santoni penny loafer in kind of this cerulean, and this one, it's amazing quality. I love this won't require any break-in, and both the Santoni shoes actually, they were really, really wonderful to wear. Probably out of all the shoes, they were the most luxurious shoes to wear. The sole will take more wear and tear over time. This is the same as like a Louboutin. This coating will come off. And I just didn't find them quite as comfortable as some of the other options. But I did really enjoy the shoe. They did feel very luxurious, but I do have ones that I preferred more on this list. Okay, so this guy from Rod and Gun really surprised me. The price point on this guy is not too bad. I think it's like 170 something. And for the price, you're really getting a super high quality loafer. This brand is from New Zealand, and their clothes and other shoes as well are also of the same kind of like really good value proposition for the money. The leather of this is just supremely soft. You're getting leather that you only really find in shoes that are like $300 and $400 up. And the wear of this was just instantly really comfortable on my foot. I instantly felt like at home in this shoe. I didn't really feel, like it would require any break-in. I instantly felt like this was something I could just, walk around in public with, and it was a really great one. This loafer from Santoni was instantly one of my favorites when I put it on. This thing is so light. This is like half as heavy as a lot of the other shoes on this list. And it was a huge difference when I put it on my foot. The leather of this, I think it's probably like a deerskin leather. It's more thin, but it's just like, it's crazy soft. And so this one, if you are willing to, shell out the $750 for it, this one was probably, best in class on this list. Might even be my absolute favorite. The difference between, you know, wearing this one and wearing the other loafers was just so big. And it's like such a luxurious look as well. You know, up close and from afar, you can see all these little details like the sole. It just has such an aerodynamic, interesting look to it, where it's traditional, yet obviously well made, and still modern. I just thought this was a really great all around loafer. These were the Brunellas, and probably the biggest thing that I noticed about them, they have such a clean look to them, actually, was the rubber sole. This rubber is like spongier than other rubbers, and I could instantly feel that. It was so cushy and comfortable to walk on. Kind of squishy, but also it had like kind of a sticky feel. So this is never going to slip. This would be a great boat shoe. You're never going to like slip or fall. And I noticed that it says, you know, lattice natural on the bottom of the sole. So I'm guessing a really natural rubber. You just don't really find that kind of attention to detail in a shoe that's not $1,000 and from one of the best brands in Italy. This loafer from 11T, while I did appreciate, you know, some of the kind of cool modern design details of it and like the gum sole, you know, this one, it just kind of underwhelmed me just because I think there were better loafers on this list for, you know, exactly what this one's trying to do. If you want to look more luxurious and elevated, I think the Brunello was a better pick. And if you want that more beachy, sandy look, I think the Santoni Malibu loafer was better as well. But, you know, if you love this like little wingtip on the side here, if you love the gum sole, this could be the loafer for you. But I thought there were better options. For me, the leather was also a little bit stiffer than, you know, the competition. It did have good traction. The sole did feel nice to wear, and it didn't feel like it would break down at all. So, you know, maybe there are some strong points here, but it wasn't my favorite. So this guy from Magnani, I am way more excited about than I thought I would be. This is such a great all-around shoe. I couldn't really find a weak spot at all. This sole is amazing. Had no slip to it whatsoever. It's really sturdy as well. This is gonna last for a really long time. It's quite hard. The leather as well was super soft, but not too soft. It has such a great durability factor while also being extremely comfortable. The insole was great. The sole had amazing traction. I think the look of it is amazing. Magnani always does really well with their coloration. This kind of like burnished, almost like burgundy color is so nice. This was honestly probably my favorite shoe for the price out of the entire list. And I think it's, you know, probably the best overall out of this entire group of shoes. So this guy from Allen Edmonds was a really interesting shoe. You can see how thick the sole is. The leather was pretty soft. The fit was quite good. I noticed that my heel didn't really slip at all with this one, which I quite liked. The color is also quite interesting. This would be the shoe you would pick if you wanted to go for something that had real longevity to it. This shoe is not going to break ever. Not for 10 years, not for 20 years. This is a sturdy shoe. You know, for me, I feel this style of shoe though is, you know, more meant to be a little more delicate, a little more fragile, indicating that kind of elegance and upper class quality. Allen Edmonds is more known for shoes of really great durability. And so, you know, for me, this wouldn't be my pick, but if you're someone who really beats up your shoes, this might be the perfect one because there's no way you're damaging this thing at all. And you're still getting that classic kind of old money look without having to sacrifice the durability that you usually do for some of these really kind of like soft, squishy loafers. And now for the winners. Number one, the best old money loafer out of this list, the Santoni. This loafer, as soon as I put it on, this is the best shoe on this list. This is the best shoe you can buy out of everything that I showed you today. The leather was so soft. The sole was perfect. This is super light. You can walk all day in this. Your legs aren't going to get tired. Your feet are going to stay comfortable. It was soft, beautiful, and perfect. And it had the most luxurious look out of anything. This shoe stood head and shoulders above the rest in every way possible. This is an amazing shoe. But I have two other ones to show you for different price points. In terms of overall value, I would say the Magnani wins this category. This one was such a great everyday shoe. The sole is durable. It had such good comfort. The leather was a beautiful mix of durable yet comfortable, you know, soft but still sturdy. The color was beautiful on this one. I think this is a little more of a standout option than my overall pick, you know, just because the color just pops a little more. But this one had such a great durability factor. The sole is so elegant yet still sturdy. It just has such a great balance of all the elements that I'd like to see in a loafer like this. And for $400, I think the value you get with this, the construction, the quality, the visual interest is all just so good. So this is going to be my best value pick. For the best budget option, I'm going to have to go with the rod and gun loafer. This thing was just so good for, you know, the amount that you'd only need to pay for, like $170. You're getting such a classic look, you know, classic streamlined sole, beautiful. You can, like, you know, see that like beautiful golden ratio triangle right there. You know, no breaking in. I instantly felt like this was a natural shoe for me, molded to my foot. This was a perfect shoe, and at only $170, you really can't, you know, beat this value. The Geox loafer, which, you know, was the only shoe I believe that I showed you today that was cheaper than this. Just, you know, the leather was a bit harder. It had a good look to it, you know, but in terms of wearability, I think this one, you know, takes the cake. And for me, this was a really comfortable option that I would be happy to wear for years. All right, thank you guys for tuning in. It was my pleasure to give you a video like this. Hopefully you learned something, hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe, leave a comment down below if you have any questions, and I'll see you next time.